What is going on, guys? My name is Bucky and welcome to your very first Bootstrap tutorial. Now the first question you may have is, what the heck is Bootstrap? Well, Bootstrap is a way that you can make awesome looking websites for every single device. Now, whenever you guys first started learning how to make websites, my guess is that you probably designed it for the desktop and then you tried to look at it on a phone and you're like, everything is really tiny. I gotta zoom in, I'm trying to click a link with my thumb, but it's accidentally clicking the wrong link, and it's just a pain. So then you might have been like, alright, I'll just design it for mobile first. So you did that, and then you looked at it on a desktop, and all the buttons were huge, white space was out of control, and it was just a pain in the butt. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, what kind of design looks good on a 27-inch iMac and also a tiny little mobile phone? Well, the answer is Bootstrap. So that's pretty much the broad overview of what Bootstrap is and why it's so popular. Now, what else do we got down here? Alright, so if you go to this site, getbootstrap.com, you can look at a couple demo websites that were made using Bootstrap. And look at this girl right here. I think that she thinks that this guy is trying to take a picture of her, but he's just like on Google Maps, not even paying attention to her. So, alright, getting kind of sidetracked here, but in order to use Bootstrap, we need to download some files and include them in our project. So, again, go to the site, getbootstrap.com, and click this big jumbo download Bootstrap button. Now, it's going to take you to this page, and as you can see, we have a couple different options of how we want to include those files in our project. So the first thing that we can do is click this button, download them. And by the way, don't click it yet because I'm going to show you guys a better way. But if you want, you can download the files so you have a copy on your own computer. And then if you go to your downloads, extract them, extract all of them, and check them out. So these are the files that you would include in every single project. So every single time you made a project, copy them, include them, make another one, copy them, include them. It can be kind of redundant and kind of a pain in the butt. So what I'm going to recommend is doing it this way. So whenever you decide to make a Bootstrap website, you can just add these links right here. And whenever you include these links, what it's going to do is it's going to pull all of those files from the CDN. Now, a CDN is just a content delivery network, and all this is a server online that has the files stored on it. So you actually don't need them on your own machine. You can just say, okay, I'm going to link to these files. Then whenever the user browses your website, it downloads those files, and you're good to go. And by the way, I don't know why they call it a CDN. For some reason, whenever people are making like something new with computers, they find the need to give everything a new name and acronym. You know what a content delivery network is? It's the freaking internet. It's a big network and they deliver content, but okay, it's my little rant, so getting kind of off track here. Anyways, in these tutorials, what I'm going to be doing is, instead of including all of these files, then I'm just going to be including these links right here. And also, what I did already is I made a really simple template where I did all that, and I'm going to be putting it on my GitHub page. So if you go to my GitHub page, and there's a link right below this video, anytime you want to make a Bootstrap website, just copy the template, and this can be your starting point. So we're going to be writing most of our code right here, and that way, you don't have to go find those links and, set everything up every single time. And by the way, if you guys are using JetBrains or IntelliJ or any IDE that JetBrains made, if you want a real easy way to set up a Bootstrap website, you can just go to File, New Project, and then if you go to Static Web, this Twitter Bootstrap is your template that you can use. Or you can just use mine from GitHub. Whatever you want to do, follow your heart. So before I get into the good stuff, showing you guys all the different features that you can add, I want to talk to you about these files right here. So we already know what most of this stuff is, just regular HTML. The first interesting line is this. Now, you really don't have to worry about this, but just so you guys, are pros and understand every single thing, a viewport is essentially just the user's screen. And the two settings that we're changing right here is for the device width we're just going to use the width of the screen. So nothing, mind-blowing. In initial scale, this means don't zoom in or zoom out any special way. Just use regular zoom 100%, and this just makes sure that it's consistent across every device. Now this line of code right here, this is just a CSS file where we get all of the default styling, coloring, all the look of all the different widgets. And these files are, one of them is for jQuery, the standard jQuery library, and the other one is actually the Bootstrap JavaScript file. So again, that's what all of these are, and this is going to be our starting point on every single Bootstrap web page that we make. Alright, so now that we got all that boring stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the fun stuff and start designing our website. So every single thing that I'm going to be showing you guys in these tutorials, it needs to go inside a container. Now, there are two different types of containers, and what one you choose is dependent on, do you want your website to have a fixed width, or do you want it to take up the full screen? So if you want it to have a fixed width, then the class you use is container. If you want it to take up the entire width of the device, then you use container/fluid. Not fluid, fluid. So this would be full screen, but for this demo I'm just going to use container, and then I'll show you guys the difference. So for right now, let's just make something really simple. I'll say like welcome to the New Boston. That'll be my site. And for the paragraph, I'll just say like, I love the New Boston. My name is Bucky. Alright, so let me just save this and run it and check it out. So there you go. Congratulations. You now know how to make the most simple Bootstrap website that has ever been created. And now that we have a solid foundation and know how to set up our project and what everything is, we can start getting into all the features, all of the cool design elements. It's going to be awesome. So I'll see you guys in the next video.